looks so good.
Do I sound like that? That is so good. The inspiration for this dish was some of my favorite Chinese beef noodle soups. I think we've really developed that like delicious beefy flavor. The chili really comes out, so if you like spicy, this one's definitely for you. So good. I can't stop eating it. Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be making some spicy gochujang braised short ribs with noodles and a black vinegar dressing. Oh my god, my mouth just waters even just saying that. So I've chosen the cut of short ribs for this because I think it's one of the most versatile beef cuts. It's got great fattiness throughout. It can also be cooked really quickly so it's nice and tender. We're gonna cook this today low and slow. So it's gonna be falling off the bone. It's gonna be really unctuous and delicious. Short ribs have some of the most flavor, and actually cooking it on the bone is gonna infuse the liquid that we cook them in with incredible flavor as well. So you're getting flavor everywhere. I just wanna show you one thing that's kind of different about short ribs that depending on where you get them, they might be cut slightly differently, so I just want to call it out. If you see the bone quite short and you see these kind of longer, thinner cuts like that, and you'll see like 3 little bones together, that's called an asado cut, and that is meant to be kind of grilled. In this case, we've got the long bone throughout, and they might be a little bit shorter depending on where you get them. In this case, we're gonna cook this low and slow. So it's gonna braise, it's gonna get really soft and tender, cook for 3 hours, but all the work happens in the oven. We're just gonna brown it up, add loads of flavor, and then kind of forget about it for a little while. It'll be beautiful when we come back to it. Short ribs, and really any kind of roast that's gonna cook in the oven for a long time, one of my biggest tips, and something that really helps to retain all that beautiful flavor, is season it early. So this is not a dish that you come home at 5 o'clock from work and decide you wanna make, because it's gonna take you a little while. So as you are kind of pre-planning to make this dish, just season it. So if you wanna make it tomorrow, you can season it today. If you wanna make it tonight, you can season it in the morning. Even like an hour or so really helps to just really make sure that that salt transfers into the meat. So season those up. I'm just gonna let them sit for about an hour and then come back to it and we'll get cooking. Okay, these are ready to go now. So into the pan that I'm going to put directly into the oven, so that's important. Pick a pan that you can put directly into the oven, something with a lid preferably, otherwise you can just use a piece of foil. So there is lots of beautiful fat on this beef. I'm just gonna add the tiniest bit here in this pan, just so they don't stick as soon as I put them in. And then I usually go fat side down first. So this process takes a couple of minutes. We're gonna brown them really well on all sides, and then we're gonna remove them from the pan, add in lots of our aromatics and the things that will give this that wonderful flavor. And then don't go too far while these are browning. You can't forget to turn them. They're really forgiving if you get them a little bit too browned, but you just want that gorgeous like caramelized color. You don't really need anything deeper than that. I'm just trying to heat off while I'm getting these short ribs out of the pan, just to give myself a little bit of insurance that it doesn't get too dark. Look how gorgeous those look. Oh my God, they look incredible. Okay, so once they're out of the pan, it's just about getting in a few things to build on that flavor. And I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna cook something that's gonna take 3 hours, I want all the steps of it to be super, super easy and very minimal prep involved. So with these ingredients, we're not even gonna bother like peeling the ginger. We're gonna throw in like whole cloves of garlic because all we're gonna use is that broth. So just go ahead and put those right in. Oh, that immediately smells incredible. Beautiful piece of ginger. Just gonna cut some slices of that to expose more of that flavor. Right in. Some garlic cloves. Put garlic in everything almost. Just need to crack them. Don't even bother peeling them, they go in. A few Szechuan peppercorns, which is kind of like that sort of like numbing pepper, but if you can't find that, a bit of black pepper will do. And then gochujang, which is a fantastic Korean chili and soybean paste, and that's going to be one of the big flavor components of this dish. Luckily, gochujang is widely available now. Find it in lots of different stores, and I find myself adding it into like loads of soups and sauces because it gives such a great like baseline of flavor, and because I like spicy. This is a dish that is jam-packed with flavor. We're gonna keep layering in those flavors. So we've built that kind of brown, sort of meaty bits in the pan. We've added in our aromatics and that wonderful chili paste. And now we're gonna go in with a little Shaoxing cooking wine to kind of deglaze everything. And it's a really easy recipe to remember. All the liquid ingredients are just a 1/4 cup. So we've got the Shaoxing in. Now we're gonna go in with soy sauce, rice wine vinegar. That's a great kind of like acidity counterpoint, which cuts through the fattiness and the richness of the short ribs. And mirin. That'll give us some sweetness. So next, our short ribs go back in. I like to put them with the meat side down. You'll see there's like one bit that has the bone on one side. I go in meat side down, nestle them in that liquid, and then I just need to add a bit of water to kind of just come barely up to the top of the meat. How much water you add into the pot actually depends more on the size of the vessel that you're cooking it in. Smaller, tighter vessel, you might need a little bit less water. Bigger one like I have here, you use a little bit more, but it's all gonna cook down and get really flavorful anyway, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Now we're just gonna bring that up to a simmer. It smells so good, and it's gonna smell even better when it comes out of the oven. That's simmering now. Just gonna pop the lid on that, transfer this over to the oven, and that's gonna be in there for 3 hours. So short ribs really love a long and slow cook, especially the ones like we've done with the long bone in, and when they come out, they're gonna be falling apart, delicious, tender. While those short ribs are braising in the oven, we're gonna make something that I think is a really important part of this dish. This is the black vinegar and chili and spring onion dressing that's gonna go over everything. That black vinegar is really important because it kind of cuts through that richness and that fattiness, and it just lifts the whole dish to another level. So to start off with that, we're gonna just heat up some oil. This is a really fun thing to do too, it looks great. Get that over some heat. More of those Szechuan peppercorns, just a little bit in there. Crush them up, just wakes them up a little bit, breaks them down into small pieces. In a little heat-proof bowl, I've got some chili flakes there. I'm gonna add in those peppercorns. Also going to slice some spring onion. We use the whole spring onion here, bottom to top. That goes into the bowl. Everything else, a little bit of garlic. Little microplane makes this really quick and easy, but you could just finely chop it by hand. Bit of ginger, I'm just gonna peel that. Okay, now this is the fun part. Our oil is really nice and hot. Make sure you're watching here. Oh, that immediately smells incredible. And you'll see it'll turn this oil a beautiful bright red color, which is just so appetizing. Smells so good. Okay, the last elements of this dressing are black vinegar, which if you can't find, you could just swap for rice wine vinegar. A few tablespoons of that. But like I said, this is really important to kind of just lift all of those flavors, make it feel kind of light. A little bit of soy sauce, and that sugar will just dissolve into that vinegar and that soy sauce. And then that, my friends, is ready to go. Now we're just gonna get our short ribs out, boil some noodles, and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, so it's been 3 hours. Oh, look at that. They look incredible. It smells super beefy. Actually, after all of that stuff that we've put in, that flavor of the beef is still really there. So I just want to show you how nice, soft, and tender. They're almost like just completely falling off the bone here. It's hard to get them out of the pot. Let's see. So succulent. That bone just comes clean off. And it's so low effort. You put everything into the pot, you stick it in the oven, come back a few hours later, and you've got this like magical, delicious, meltingly tender beef. Just want to give this a little taste. Oh my God, that is so good. Salty, a little bit sweet, great acidity from that vinegar that we added into it. That's gonna make the perfect dressing for these noodles. Ooh, so comforting on a cold night. Just want to show you this meat now. Just comes right off the bone. I don't want to shred it completely, but I'm just going to break it into like some little pieces. So last step here is cooking our noodles. These are just some simple egg noodles, but you could use rice noodles if you prefer. We make these kind of like wider rice noodles that are also delicious for this. I just love the chew of these egg noodles. It takes like 1 to 2 minutes to cook. Okay, noodles are ready. I'm just gonna drain them. So we've got our beautiful noodles ready. Just gonna plate up now. The inspiration for this dish was some of my favorite Chinese beef noodle soups. I wanted to achieve all of those delicious, spicy, warming flavors, but in a quicker amount of time. So we've taken a couple shortcuts. It's still taken us 3 hours to braise this, but it hasn't taken us any longer than that. And I think you'll see when you try this, the flavors are just as good, if not better, in less amount of time. Go back in with some of that incredible broth. Oh, look at that beautiful red color. So aromatic and flavorful. Ooh, that looks so delicious. Just gonna add this black vinegar dressing. It's just gonna help to heighten and brighten all of those flavors. And I like to serve a bit of this on the side so that people can help themselves to a bit more if they like. Garnish with a bit of spring onion. And last, a bit of sesame seeds. And that is it. That is ready to eat. Oh my God. I can't think of anything more warming and comforting on a cold winter day than that. So good. There's so much incredible flavor there. I think we've really developed that like delicious beefy flavor, heightened it with that vinegar. The chili really comes out, so if you like spicy, this one's definitely for you. I just think this is such a great dish to have on the weekend when you've got a little bit more time up your sleeve. And at the same time, you could totally make this in a bigger batch, double it, save that meat. You could use it in stir fries in lots of different ways. It's a really versatile recipe, but I love it with these noodles. I think it is just like the best of the kind of like Euro technique and Asian flavors that I just adore in my kitchen. So good, I can't stop eating it. Good, right?
Well done.
So nice and tender.
I'm going back for more.
Good. Thanks, Dom. Oh my God.